Thank you, iAfrica team, for inviting me to join you on this platform where analyses are made for local and international consumption. My answer to your question will be divided into two parts. To begin with, you see, states are based on continuity and functionality. That being the case, we must be reminded that states do not have permanent allies or permanent friends. States have permanent interests, and this interest, where democracy and the rule of law are to be put into their proper perspective, is the interest or should be the interest of the public. Therefore, state interest and public interest are an alloy. To that effect, anything that could be an impediment, an obstacle or odd for that functionality accompanying the state as an institution would not be compromised, therefore will be dealt with accordingly. From a security angle, what I see in this is that the state is being managed and being ushered through these trying times by His Excellency, President of the Republic of the Gambia, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Adama Barrow. Whatever one may have in mind, we should always remember that Barrow was brought to power by the Constitution or by law. Therefore, anything he does and then makes reference to that very law, I am comfortable with. On the other side, as far as the diplomatic service is concerned, well, there is much left to be desired to that effect, and we found it here, especially during the last regime when people used to be redeployed to the diplomatic service or to the foreign service. Well, if you observe in Senegal, when people are recalled from diplomatic service or their position changed, you hear this term in French, what they say, rappelé à d'autres fonctions, which means recalled or redeployed to occupy other functions. Because the diplomatic service, in quotes, cannot be a place where people can be recycled. In fact, it should be occupied by the best of the best, because it is the window of the republic outside. In the case of Mr. Fati, the former Minister of Interior, what I would have expected from an independent perspective and from the perspective of a citizen and also an analyst, I was going to say that in my mind, I was thinking he was going to go and occupy the seat of the Secretary General of a political party, because all these months people were being made to understand that this is a coalition government. In certain instances, some of us beg to differ, and I did make audios on that and videos on that. For niceties and diplomatic language, it is a coalition government. But when it comes to state functionality and the condition in which the Gambia is today, it is a transition government. That being the case, actions taken by the President of the Republic of the Gambia, like these, are actions that some of us would not differ with and would not discourage. As I always say, a rule for one should be a rule for all, or there is no rule. None of us would know the intelligence that was gathered before the desk of Adama Barrow to lead him to take a decision like this than Adama Barrow himself. That's why I say I stand here to respect what he took as a decision, and I would also respect any decision taken by Mr. Fati, especially if he decides to go and continue leading his party. Thank you very much.